That's how everyone's gonna sound.
That's not a speakeasy accent.
It's easy to speak this way, though.
Is it?
Welcome to the Microtheticast.
I don't think that's how
No,
it
you
should
don't.
open.
You don't want me to do that.
You can start it like that if you want. I just
I
feel like it
won't.
might be
No,
scary
it's-
for some people. They might tune in and
What podcast is this?
Eek! No! Pause!
This is the Microtheticast of Hypotheticast. That's the Handmaid's Tale name of the Microtheticast of Hypotheticast.
Thank you for coming. You did make it to the right place. This is Microtheticast of Hypotheticast, and we are here today to bring you a treat. My name is David.
My name is Mike.
My name is Emily.
This week on the Microtheticast, we decided we'd do a little bit of a collaboration with another podcast that I enjoy.
Ooh.
They are called Escape This Podcast. First of all, it's a neat little show where they do audio versions of escape rooms like we are about to do. Every time they do one, they publish the Game Master's notes and all the puzzles for other people, listeners.
Other podcasts.
Other podcasts in this case. So I asked them, hey, what would be, one that we could do that would be a little bit shorter and a little bit more fun for like our listeners specifically? And he was like, oh, this is the one for sure. So I have printed that out and we are ready to do it. Emily and Mike will be thrown into an escape room and we'll have to escape it. If you would like to do an accent, I not only allow it, but encourage it.
Great.
Emily, for sure. And maybe Mike, if you want. A quick note, as with any real escape room, breaking things is never part of the puzzle's solution. There are lots of elements to this room and everything gets used at least once. It's a good idea to keep some notes or sketch pictures to help you remember what you have and haven't used. Do you have any questions?
I'm worried, but let's just do it.
Okay.
How many hints do we get?
As many as you want. I will be very generous with hints. If you feel like you want one, just ask.
Okay.
This is called the Speakeasy. In 1925, the time of gangland empires, no one in your city is more feared than Jimmy Ragoletto. He's the boss, capital T, capital B, the big guy. The one you don't want to mess with, lest you wind up at the bottom of the river with your feet in cement. Everyone knows him. Everyone would put a bullet in him if they had the chance, but no one has ever seen his face. The man himself is a mystery. Everybody knows only his work. Jimmy Ragoletto is a man of many ventures, one of which is that he owns the classiest, secretest, illegalist speakeasy around. Being sophisticated types, you decided to stick your nose in tonight. You drank the liquor, watched the shows, played the card games, but somehow, something you did caught the boss's eye. Maybe you had winning streaks that went on just too long. Maybe it didn't go down well when you corrected the bartender's cocktail knowledge. Whatever it was, when you exited into the dark alley at around 4 a.m., blackness engulfed your vision. Something heavy is pulled over your heads. Strong arms shove you to the ground. You're held down while your bags and pockets are ransacked, and after several minutes, in which you wholeheartedly believe you're going to die, you're hauled to your feet and dragged back indoors. You hear unfamiliar voices murmuring to each other around you. The boss says to leave him locked in until he gets here. But we already put the stuff in the safe. What else does he want? These are good voices, by the way, just in case you were wondering. You're questioning Jimmy Ragoletto. When Jimmy doesn't like a person's face, that person's face has to be dealt with. So it ain't never seen again. Now, we go home, get some sleep. By tomorrow night, this whole problem will have gone away. You got a problem with that? The thugs march past you, and when you're pretty sure they've gone, you wrestle the bags off your heads. All your money and valuables are gone. You're back inside the speakeasy, only now it's empty, lifeless, and locked up tight with a combination lock on the door. You glance around the room for anything that might help you escape. In the far left corner is the bar, with 5 stools pulled up to it and bottles of alcohol and a locked cash register sitting on the counter. On the wall not far from it is a dartboard. Just to your left is a card table, cards still scattered all over it, with a blackboard on the wall beside it that shows all the winning hands from a recent game. All along the right is the performance area. There's a small circular stage with a piano off to the side, and in the far corner is a partition concealing a makeshift dressing room. Sitting on the floor is a single stage light with 2 colored filters beside it. Perhaps the strangest decoration, one that definitely wasn't here minutes ago when you were a customer, is 2 cages right in the middle of the room, each containing an agitated rooster. Why Jimmy Ragoletto wants roosters, you don't really care to think about. You've got to get out of here before Jimmy gets to you. And like hell you're letting him rob you. So you'd better find where he's locking up your stuff too.
We better get out of here.
All right, kid, how are we going to get out of here?
Yes.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
You're one of the thugs.
I'm not
No.
sustaining that.
I think we should look at those bottles of alcohol.
Yeah.
You want to look at the bottles of alcohol, huh?
Yeah.
Handwritten on each label is a year. Some are recent, but most are quite old. If you had to guess, you'd assume they were the year the drink was bottled, but some of them seem outrageously dubious.
Let's drink.
Yeah, let's drink some drinks.
You drink some drinks. You're both drunk now. But
Great.
still locked in a room. Or let's say you're tipsy now. If you want to keep drinking, you can get full on drunk.
Okay,
But
great.
Are we just trying to get out of this room?
Or get so drunk that you don't care.
So there's a little lock on the door. What kind of lock is that lock?
It's a good question, Mike. It's a 5-digit combination lock.
Great.
Okay, so we looked at the alcohol bottles, and there are dates on each one?
Yes, there are dates on each one.
Just years?
Yeah, just years.
Is there anything we can look at regarding the cash register?
The cash register is locked with a 4-digit combination lock.
More locks. The 4-digit lock on the register is close to the alcohol bottles, and the years are 4-digit numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be something. However, we don't know which bottle to look at right now.
Right.
So we might need to look somewhere else.
Yeah.
Is there anything on those little bar stools that might be significant?
There are 5 bar stools. You don't see anything significant.
Let's look at that dartboard.
Dartboard. A single dart is sticking out of it, and it's holding up a small note. Al, someone's got to tell the boss to
No,
do
wait,
something.
rip up the note, throw it away.
Oh, throw it away. Burn it. Burn the note. Eat the note.
No, read it.
Al, someone's got to tell the boss to do something about his rooster, Razorface. Damn thing's a psycho. Won't let anyone get near it but the boss. Maybe if he had a twin brother. But I'm done with it. I won't be pecked anymore. And that's not even going into the other one's issues. You notice the creepy way he imitates stuff?
That is a very long note.
This is a very long note
So
to
wait,
be on
what
a
did it
dartboard.
say about someone having a brother?
Essentially, the things you have learned is that one of those roosters, and I want
Razorface.
you don't know which one because you haven't looked at the roosters yet.
One of them only
One of them
tells
is named
lies.
Razorface, and he's
The other one tells the
angry.
truth.
Razorface is a
Razorface
bitch.
is angry and will peck anybody that doesn't look like the boss. And the other one is creepy and imitates things. It's just some facts about the roosters is
Okay.
pretty much what you've gained.
Was the dart stuck into any specific number that we should notice?
No, it was just sticking.
Can we look behind the partition, the costume room?
Yes,
Dressing room?
the dressing room.
Any fun costumes back there for me to try on?
There are. For such a small space, they've sure packed in a lot of clothes. Elegant dresses for the classy numbers, costumes of all kinds for the funny bits. No hair or makeup pieces, though. The singer must do that at home.
Okay.
So yes, there are elegant dresses and costumes for funny bits.
Put on costume for funny bit.
Great, you look hilarious. You just
Mike
start
puts out
laughing.
a chicken costume.
And I seduce the rooster.
Yes.
So nothing, I guess we didn't really get anything.
You
except-
learned
Not
what was
really.
there. And it, again, as said in the rules, everything will be
Maybe
useful
we'll-
at
yeah.
some point, but
Okay.
not right now, as you can see.
How about that piano?
The piano, it makes a good sound, but the body rattles a little like it's taken a beating. Probably has in a place like this. There's no sheet music. The pianist must have their own or be good enough not to need it.
How about the lighting equipment down there?
It's heavy. The stage light is heavy and pointed at the stage. Its enormous power cord is plugged in and ready to go. On the floor, resting against the base, are 2 transparency sheets, one blue, one yellow.
I think those are called gels.
Correct. That's
in
what Hannah said
the
as well.
vernacular.
But I think
so-
they're worried about people that aren't theater
No, that's
people
fine,
being
that's
like,
fine.
2 gels? What, like hair gel? 2 theater gels for theater people. One blue and one yellow. You believe they're for changing the color of the light. So just in case you didn't assume that, now you know. You could put those in and change the color of the light.
Let's do it.
You want to put them in?
Yeah, put them in and
All right.
light it up.
You put both of them in?
Just the blue one.
Just the blue. That's blue.
Okay,
Wow.
take it out. Just the
All
yellow
right.
one.
Now, hey, it's yellow.
Now put them both together.
Oh my God, it's purple. Just
What?
kidding, it's green.
Oh, okay.
Haha.
Okay, so green. Put that in the 5-digit lock. Green.
Green. The 5 digits is only numbers.
That's fine.
Can we inspect this stage a little bit? Anything fun going on there?
Yeah. A surprisingly clean white curtain is draped along the back. A tall, straight microphone stand is at the forefront.
Look behind the curtain.
It's just wall, buddy. Sorry.
Count the bricks on the wall.
There are 13.
Okay,
They're
remember.
really
write that
big
down.
bricks.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Let's go look at the card table.
Yeah. An entire pack of cards is strewn over the tabletop. Not uncommon. Having them spread out like that between games shows players they're not getting a rigged deck. These cards are odd, though. Each one is marked with a little handwritten letter. Doing a quick count for 52 cards, you spot each letter of the alphabet twice. So every card has a little letter written on it, and the alphabet is repeated twice.
What's on the blackboard?
Written on it is a list of the winning tricks from some game or other. They really should have gotten someone else to write, though. This person has awful spelling. And I am showing you what it says on the blackboard. I have given you a note, so if you would read it out loud, that would be lovely.
Oh, it says clubs, hearts, eights. Queens is spelled with a C. Kings, sevens, eights spelled with an A. Kings, eights.
Okay. It looks like it's like two separate things. The first one says clubs, hearts, eights, queens, kings. And the other one says sevens, eights, kings, eights. With those spelling things.
These are the winning tricks.
These are the winning tricks from some game or other.
So, well, so we need to look at the sake bottle. See, it says CHECKSAKE. Is there a sake bottle on the bar?
There is. Nice job, Mike. You solved the case. You search for sake in the bottles of alcohol, and you examine the label. There is indeed a single bottle of sake on the bar counter. Its year says 1886. You're pretty sure sake doesn't even stay good that long.
Try it in the register.
Yeah.
It does not unlock the register.
No.
There may be other 4-digit places to input things in this room that you haven't found
Or
yet.
maybe it means nothing.
Yeah, it's one of those cool rooms.
1886.
1886.
Great. Okay.
There are still plenty of things just to simply look at that
Right.
you have not looked at yet.
So the first thing we need to look at is the roosters.
You want to look at the rooster cages? These roosters are clearly agitated. Both cages are locked, one with a padlock and the other with a 4-digit combination. The padlocked one is almost glaring at you and lashes out with its beak and claws anytime your fingers get too close. Rah! The other one isn't as violent, but he's very weird. With lightning speed, he's pecking along the whole floor of his cage in a straight sweeping motion, right to left and back again. So the cage that is closer to Mike is the one with the padlock on it. The cage that is closer to the stage faces the performance area and has the weird one that's doing the sweeping motion.
And that has a 4-digit lock?
That one is locked with a combination lock that has 4 digits.
Oh, 1886. Put it in there.
Pop! It opens right up. You got that cage open.
Put him on the piano.
You put the rooster on the piano. He pecks the piano a lot and makes a lot of plinky sounds. Nothing really happens.
Nothing happens?
But he breaks a key a little bit.
Okay, so that rooster's out.
You are on the right track, though, Mike.
Put him on the stage.
He just keeps doing the little sweepy motion with his beak. He's very fixated on doing this sweeping motion.
I mean, it seems like he'd be playing the piano.
It does.
Like, he made a big show of it facing that area.
Yeah.
And I feel like given that he's doing it from like right to left, and he's doing it in a straight line, I think he's supposed to do something on the piano keyboard. But maybe he needs music or something. I don't know.
Remember the note about these roosters that said the creepy way he imitates things.
So he's imitating someone playing the piano?
Maybe.
So maybe we have to play the piano with him. Play a duet with the chicken.
Play a duet with the chicken.
A rooster.
Nothing happens.
He's not good at it.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like maybe we need to put him on the stool. Does that help?
You can set him there and he'll stay there if you want.
Let's just
Yep.
leave him there.
Let's just leave him for
Leave
a
him there.
while. Yeah, I'm sick of that guy.
I'm sick of that guy.
Can we look at
Weird
the
one.
other alcohol bottles
Yes.
and figure out what they are and what date they have on them?
Yes. None of the other alcohol bottles have relevant dates as far as you can tell. if perhaps if you learned something else about the room,
All
maybe
right,
you
all
could
right.
go back in and search for a specific one. But they've all just got dates on them.
Let's look at the bar.
Yeah, look at it.
Look at the bar. 5 stools are pulled up to it. Against the wall is a cash register held shut with a combination lock. Fair enough. Lining the countertop are various bottles, too many to count, ranging from common local gin to exotic liqueurs from around the world. You'd sample them all if you didn't need your wits about you. No, you did sample them.
Yeah, we did it
Whoops.
anyway.
So, if you go behind the bar on the lower shelves, you see very little of note. You do spot at the end closest to the dartboard a rule book for darts. As you walk behind the bar, the floor beneath your feet gets a strange echoey quality. Looking closer, you see you're walking on a floor safe. It has a built-in combination lock. Also, now that you're looking at the floor, you spot something interesting. A button right at the base of the inside of the counter, like it can be activated by a foot.
Push it.
Push that button.
Push that button.
Push the button.
Okay. You hear a mechanical grinding noise coming from the walls. Then all at once, panels start moving. Holes appear and rugs come flying out from
Whoa.
up near the ceiling. They drape the walls and others appear over the card table, the bar, and the rooster cages. They're covering up anything remotely illegal. On the bar counter, half a dozen small fabric swatches appear with numbers beneath them. This place must pretend to be a rug store when the police come by. You have a sneaking suspicion that pressing this button again will make the rugs roll back up and disappear again. Mechanically, this is pretty impressive.
Okay, where were those swatches again?
The swatches are on the counter.
And can you tell us what the numbers are
I
on them?
can. The numbers are 1, 4, 9, 16, 2 question marks, and 2 question marks.
Well, those aren't numbers.
Those aren't numbers.
So is that a pattern?
Yeah, this is 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4. So it'll be 25, 36. But I don't know what that helps us with.
Well, we have a 5-digit code on the door. I feel like that's probably the last thing that we're going to get. We have 4 digits there.
Yeah, try it in there.
Let's try 2536 in the cash register.
Yeah.
On the cash register. You unlock it with the code 2536. Nice job.
Yes.
All the money is gone. Why'd they bother locking it then? Well, you do see a small key sitting in one of the coin compartments.
So we could open up the jerk rooster.
The jerk rooster.
Yeah, do it. Let him out.
Let him free.
Let him out.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
what else to do.
You go up to the angry rooster's cage. The key looks like it will fit, but you can't get your fingers close enough to the lock before the rooster inside darts his head out at you, viciously pecking you on the finger. Try as you might, you can't get close enough. He's too angry.
Punch the rooster. Knock it
Fight.
out.
All right.
So you can't get close enough.
Maybe if we shine a light on him, he'll fall asleep.
Is that how roosters work?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks it's nighttime.
Too bright out.
Don't you cover up the bird cage so they think it's night?
I don't know.
Maybe we
how
could
birds
cover
work.
up his bird cage. Take one of those rugs and put it on his cage.
Okay, he's still angry and flapping around.
Put another rug on the cage.
Oh my God. The cage starts to break and you're going to kill this rooster.
No. Okay, take off the rug.
Okay. I feel like we have to go back to the cards now, but I don't want to. It can't possibly be that we need to write down what letter every card
No, it's not.
corresponds with. Okay, good.
It is not nearly that involved. Don't worry.
Well, let's go look further at the cards.
Okay. What do you want to do
Put
while
them
you're
in
looking?
in order?
Okay, you want to put them in alphabetical order?
Help me out here, Mikey.
Sure, alphabetical order.
As you take all the cards and start to put them in alphabetical order, you realize that there are some cards that are stuck to the table,
Whoops.
like glued down. There are 4 red cards left on the table, and their letters are M, E, A, and K. There are 6 black cards, and they are E, L, P, U, P, and R.
Do we need to know what those cards are specifically?
No, you do not.
Great.
You
Okay.
only need the letters.
Great.
So this backwards spells purple. Well, kind of. No, it says purple.
Make purple.
Make purple.
We got to make the lights purple.
So we need a red gel. We don't have a red
Using
gel.
the industry term, I like it.
Yeah, not a red transparency.
I have
Sure.
a question. Can we open up the piano?
Sure. You can open up the piano.
Is there anything inside?
There's nothing inside.
Wait, can I?
Worth
But
a
there, I
shot.
mean, there's like, what you expect to be in a piano. There's strings and
Okay.
hammers and sounds.
Hear me out.
Oh,
Put the blue gel in the light.
okay.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Cut I'm going to cut my arm a little bit.
God.
Bleed onto the light to make it shine red through the blue and make purple. What happens?
It turns kind of purple, but it's kind of like a brownish color.
Oh, no.
And it just sort of like it almost ruins the transparency, and you're like, oh, I should probably clean this off. And
all right.
so
clean up your blood.
You couldn't end up.
Is there a
making
bloodborne
purple.
pathogens kit somewhere in there? So
No,
that
you're both gonna get
1925
sick.
Speakeasy. Okay, I guess
Shit.
sop up the blood
Okay.
with a rug.
Okay, cool. You get some blood on one of the rugs, but
It's
they
just-
won't care.
My
It's
palm
fine.
is what I cut, so
Okay,
it's just a little
just a
cut
little.
on my palm.
It's a great idea, though. I
Thanks.
really appreciate that
Thanks.
ingenuity. But you can't quite make purple because blood isn't really that red.
I
So
know.
sorry.
I know. Where could we find a red gel? I mean, there's all these costumes.
yeah, can we go back into the little costume room and investigate further?
You see the sort of same things that you saw before. There's dresses, there's costumes, but no hair or makeup, no red gels.
What if I get on stage and I perform a moving rendition of
Purple
God
Rain.
Help the Outcast
Purple Rain.
from Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I love that. The
that
roosters
song.
both really like it too, and they like dance along, and they clap a little bit with their beaks. They clap each other's beaks, so it makes like a clack 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 sound, but nothing happens. But it was a really good song.
Thank you.
Mike, you were so close
With blood?
with the piano idea.
The rooster.
But think about what the rooster would be imitating, not what the rooster is doing.
I mean, someone playing the piano?
Correct.
Right.
The only thing you have done with the piano is open it, play it with the rooster, and play a duet with the rooster.
Yeah, we
None
did.
of which are specific.
What if we play the piano in the same... I just don't know how can we interpret the rooster's pecs? How do we...
It's a good question. So let's say you approach a piano and you're like, okay, I want the rooster is pecking the ground from right to left and then back in a sweeping motion. How would you do that to a piano?
Oh, is it like a glissando?
Yeah.
like a-
nice word too.
I studied music. It's fine.
So we should do that. Let's do that.
You do that.
Do the...
Do the glissando.
A glissando.
I don't actually know if that's even the right word.
You know what? We're going with it. So, a small hidden compartment opens up inside the piano
What do you
where the
fucking
music would
know?
normally sit. Inside is a note with the same writing as the one on the dartboard. Al, I've carved out a couple of hidey holes the boss doesn't know about. Can you picture it? Keeping secrets from him under his fat nose, thinking I'm going to break into his safe just for kicks. I'd love to see what Jimmy Ragoletto keeps locked away. To open another secret spot, I've rigged the bar stools for you. You bring in that cute baby daughter of yours and rest her on the second stool. Then you sit on the fourth. Don't worry, customers won't set it off by accident. Not unless one of them weighs the same as a newborn.
Don't bring a baby into this.
Yeah, really.
Also, for being as like clever and making little hidey holes, he's sure not very subtle in his notes.
No, he's
Maybe
not.
maybe it's like a lie. Maybe it's a secret.
Maybe it's Jimmy himself.
It's Jimmy, and he's playing with you.
Okay, put the rooster on a fucking bar stool.
Okay, just on any one of them.
the second one.
The second one. Yes, so you put the rooster on the second bar stool.
One of us sits on the fourth.
On the fourth. Your stools sink a little bit, and the stool in between you lifts up a fraction. If you look at the base of it, you'll see a lifted up floorboard, but it's not a floorboard at all. It's a hidden wooden chest. Inside is a third note. Pretty sure the code to the safe is STOB. Don't know what it means, but I lip read Jimmy telling the new bartender. Also, I'm hiding my favorite dart in my last secret spot. The boss has nicked my other two, says he's the only one allowed a perfect 3-dart score, and I was getting too good. How petty is that? Pretty petty
Yeah,
is the
it's
answer to that
highly
rhetorical
petty.
question.
He nicked his other.
His other dart, his favorite, because the boss says he's the only one that can get a perfect 3-dart score.
Oh dear.
I mean, literally, he's the only one that can actually play darts.
Right now,
Stupid
you
boss.
have a dart from the dartboard.
throw dart
Okay, where? At what?
straight up.
The dartboard.
Okay, it sticks. Congrats, you played darts.
Damn it. Okay,
Yes.
wait. What did the STOB? That's the.
The safe that's in
The
the
safe, the floor safe.
underneath the
Mhm.
floor.
Yeah,
Can we do that?
Try it.
Mhm. Try it.
I bet it won't work.
STOB does not work.
So he said he thought it was that.
He
What
thought
else
he
did
said-
heard
say?
him.
Pretty sure the code to the safe is STOB. Don't know what it means, but I lip read Jimmy telling the new bartender.
P. Stop. Let's try stop.
Try stop.
Because P looks like B when you say it.
P looks like B. There's a click, and the safe opens.
Oh.
You swing it wide open, and immediately something small whizzes past your head, barely missing you.
Whoops.
A dart. It must have been part of a spring-loaded trap. How rude.
It's not going to stop anybody.
I know.
Darts won't even kill you.
A dart.
At worst, it goes in your eye.
Inside the safe is nothing but a photograph of a smirking man in a pinstriped suit and yellow tie with the wildest hair you've ever seen. It's as if he spent a lot of time touching electrical outlets. On the back of the photo, you notice some writing. Jakey, Jakey, Jakey. You really think anything goes on in my bar that I don't know about? Hope this dart gets you in the eye, you weasel. You think I keep my goods in some juvenile floor safe? I think I'll train Razorface to sniff out your so-called hidey holes. And if I ever see you again, that favorite dart is going through your spleen.
We don't even really need our spleens.
We don't need that, Jimmy.
It still hurts.
Sure, it would still hurt. So what you've learned essentially is that Razorface can find, he sniffs. He can find a hidey hole. And you have a photograph now of a smirking man in a pinstriped suit and a yellow tie with the wildest hair you've ever seen.
So that note is from who?
It's from
Probably Jimmy.
Jimmy's
To
the big.
Jakey,
Is Jimmy the big
who's the
guy?
guy
He's the big boy. He's the
Okay,
big guy.
okay. Take the photo,
Uh-huh.
put it over your face, and then take that little key and try to go unlock
Yeah.
the jerk.
Okay.
Disguise.
The rooster does a double take, but then immediately starts to attack you again.
Damn it.
Put on a disguise and make a mask from the photo.
Make a map from the photo. It's a small photo. It's too small to make a
Oh.
mask out of. But what do you mean put on a disguise?
From the costumes.
Oh,
Go and
yeah.
try to
Dress up
find
like the
Okay.
man.
an
Yeah.
outfit that
There you
looks
go.
like that pinstripe.
So you go into the dressing room looking for a pinstripe suit and yellow tie. And there is one. There is a pinstriped suit and yellow tie. A couple, in fact. So you can wear that.
There's a couple?
There's
Yeah.
a couple pinstripe suit and yellow ties.
Put on both of them.
You both wear them.
Okay.
Now you both look like Jimmy Ragoletto.
So then we go up to the chicken with the rooster with that key to try and let it out.
You can get your hand pretty close to the cage this time. The rooster stares at you for a couple seconds, as if making a decision. Then he darts his head out and starts pecking your fingers.
How else could we look like him?
Well, the hair. Do we have to put our fingers in electrical sockets?
No, that is
We need to
unsafe.
find
Never
something
do
that
that.
could look like that hair.
Mm-hmm. Or make your hair look like that in a different
Use
way.
one of the gels and put it in our hair to make hair
There's
stand
no
out.
hair and makkup stuff in the costume
No, it was very
area.
explicit about that for this reason.
I don't know if there's anything else that we've found that would do that.
The alcohol?
Think about when you come inside in wintertime.
We'd put on a hat and take it off.
What happens when you do that? Think about the
Static
reaction.
electricity. Static electricity.
Uh-huh.
Just say it again.
So how are you
Say
going to
the
get static
word.
electricity in a place like this?
A balloon.
A balloon. You don't see any balloons.
Blow up a balloon.
What else is in this place?
Is there like a pig bladder or something? We
Not
could
a
make
pig
a balloon out of?
bladder. You could kill one of the roosters and take its bladder
That's
and blow
not-
it up and
that's
rub
too
it on your head
tiny.
and make static
That's too
electricity.
little.
Too little.
A rug. Rub my feet on the rug.
Oh.
Wow. You rub your whole body all over that rug
Just
and
trying to
make
get
so
some
much
static.
static electricity, and your hair stands up on end, just like the picture of Jimmy Ragoletto, because that's how static electricity works.
Yep.
You certainly look a lot more like Jimmy now.
Approach the rooster again with that key.
Approach the rooster.
Razorface is instantly calm, all the repressed fighting rage gone. He stands tall, steps out of his cage, and marches with purpose towards the stage. He hops up and pauses on a floorboard towards the back. He starts pecking at it, pecking really hard, and suddenly the floorboard pops up. Underneath it is a third dart. Now you have the dart you found in the dartboard, the dart that whizzed past your face, and this third one that was hidden in a floorboard.
Is he going to sing?
I found you this dart.
Oh, I thought he was going to
It's a little sting. It's not like-
rockadoodle it
Oh
up.
yeah, and then he gets out a guitar and
Take me to church.
what?
I don't know. It just
I
seems
found
like
you this dart.
It's a
a
good
rooster
song.
would be good.
I
at
could
that
see
song.
that happening. Stick all those darts in the
Play darts.
in the dartboard.
Play darts.
In the bullseye.
In the bullseye. Nothing happens.
Whoops.
I mean, you stick them in and they stick, but there's no special.
Okay, so we're still looking for the red gel.
But now that we have
Yes.
3 darts, and that note mentioned a perfect 3-dart score.
Do you
Yeah.
know how to get a perfect 3-dart
Isn't
score
in the
darts?
Sure
bullseye?
don't.
Sure don't. Nope, it's
All
not
of them in the
bullseye.
bullseye.
No.
One of them splits the other dart in half,
The
and then
Robin
the other
Hood
dart
style.
splits that dart, right?
No.
I don't know.
Do you remember any mention of a way to learn about darts that we've had in this game?
Dart
manual.
rule book.
Read the rules for an hour.
Read the rules for an hour. After you page through the rule book for a whole hour, you flip to the scoring section of the rule book and learn that the best possible score is 180. You achieve it by getting all 3 darts in the triple 20 section of the board, which is the little ring around the bullseye.
So neither of us are particularly good, so we're just going to put him there. We're not going to actually play.
You're not going to play?
No.
Okay, I think the game will respect you and let you have it anyway.
Is any part of the outside ring triple 20?
No,
Isn't
the inside
It's
ring
the
that's
ring
just around
right
the
outside
bullseye.
of the bullseye.
That's
Oh,
where you
okay.
get a triple score, and the top one is 20.
Okay.
The important thing is you now know the triple 20 is the place to put all 3 of them. You put all 3 darts in the triple 20 section.
Do it.
There's a mechanical grinding noise, one that's getting very familiar by now. The dartboard shifts. It's covering up a hole in the wall. By the looks of it, you found the real safe. Inside, you see all your belongings, all of your money and valuables, and maybe even a bit extra. Alongside them, oddly, is a red square transparency.
Bleed on it.
Make the light purple.
Make it purple. You make the light purple.
And then we and the chickens perform one final kick line in the
Yeah.
purple light.
Of this one's for the outcasts or whatever from Hunchback.
This one's for
I
the
know, what is it
outcasts.
called? That's
Let's
song.
hear it for the outcasts.
Come on down, outcasts.
God bless or God help the outcast.
Sure.
But this is a
This
remix.
one's
This
for
is
the
a mix of that with Let's Hear It for the Boy.
Perfect. Great. It's a mashup. Oh, those roosters are so good at performing. So you place the blue and red transparencies in front of the light. The light comes out a vivid purple. Pointing at the stage, you see numbers glowing on the back curtain. 63, then a space, then 86. The space in the middle is completely blank, except for the shadow of the microphone stand.
Is it a 1?
Is it a 1?
Let's try it in the door.
Try it in the door.
Do it.
What's the combination that you're trying?
6, 3, 1, 8, 6.
Valuables back on your person, you wrench the lock from the door and burst out into the alley.
Did it open or did we just wrench it from the door?
You just destroyed it.
Okay.
It's empty, but for how long? Jimmy Ragoletto must be seconds away. And even though you've escaped, what options do you really have in this city with the most terrifying mob boss in existence out for your blood? Well, you do know where he works and where he'll be presently. You've got plenty of evidence of his crimes, and now, unlike most people, you know what he looks like. There's a police station not far from here. Paying it an early morning visit may just get the target off your backs and come with a handsome reward from the mayor. Of course, you'd be making an enemy for life out of Jimmy. But what harm is an enemy who's rotting away in a jail cell?
Yeah, let's just move.
I want to become Batman.
I want to.
Okay.
Okay, Mike becomes
Mike
Batman.
becomes Batman.
I just move up to the Twin Cities because it's more
You just
affordable
get
there
out.
anyway.
Get out of there.
And just start over because, like, I don't know, police are corrupt, especially
Yeah.
back then. and
You don't want
Yeah,
that.
alcohol should be decriminalized.
Yeah, you protest the
protest prohibition.
Mike becomes Batman, but specifically for the prohibition.
Prohibition
He
Batman.
likes to take out people that are prohibiting the sale of liquor. Great job, you did it.
Yay!
Wow, you escaped the whole room.
Thanks, Escape This Podcast.
Thanks,
you, Escape
David,
This
for
Podcast.
walking us through.
If you liked this thing, you should go check out Escape This Podcast. They are super fun. Very similar to what we just did. A nice group of folks.
If you want to find us on the internet, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We have a website. It's hypotheticast.club, or you could just old school style send us an email, hypotheticast@gmail.com. We truly love to hear from you. Sometimes people just say, hi, I really like you, or here's a weird thought I had when I was listening. You should do that. Just
Yeah.
email us your thoughts.
Yeah, and write reviews of us on iTunes or podcast apps the world over with a review function, and tell your friends about us while you're in an escape room with them.
Thank you to Jane James and the Hunger for their song Killing It. That's from their album Raw. And thank you to Christian Hagen for the logo that he made for us that we love. Thank you to the listeners. Thank you to Escape This Podcast again for providing this adventure. If you'd like to run any of these for your friends, they're very accessible. I am not trained in the art of running an escape room, and I did it. You can just print them out and do them with your buds, and it's real fun, and it's faux free. They don't charge you any money. In fact, they're very explicit about not charging money because they want everybody to do them.
That's so nice.
It's really neat. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thanks for listening, friends.
Yeah, you did it.
You sure did it.
Joan just put her butt on this donut.
Joan, that's nasty. You're going to get an infection.
Joan.
It was like she just slowly lowered it right down onto the donut.
That's not what donuts are for.
No, she's trying to figure it out, little Joe Nut.